right, welcome back to Cape Critiquers. Today it's just Jack, Mark, and myself. Today we are going to be breaking down the Superman teaser trailer.
Lots packed in that little one.
What did you guys think?
I think it's going to be pretty powerful, you know. Here we have another Superman that gets a bloody face.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing.
I think what I'm pretty sure is happening there is it's something to do with Kryptonite.
It has to be something like that. So it was a conversation we had about the animated that we gave up on.
I don't think it's like that, though. I think it is Kryptonite.
I think James Gunn has a better understanding of power scaling.
Yeah, I feel like what is going to happen there is, like, maybe the whole, like, take me home thing, it might be, like, a fake out even, and, like, then that's where the Fortress of Solitude comes in.
Well, that's what I assumed. He's just going to take Fortress of Solitude. Also, I will say, having Krypto in the movie, I think is really
I
a
feel
fun
like
idea.
It's just like
How we
something
gonna
where
bring
like
the dogs
studio
to see it?
executives are like afraid of it, but like what is happening is everybody loves it so much, you know? Like
Also,
that might be a reason people
James
see
Gunn
it.
like is just really good at like including animal characters and things, whether it's Rocket Raccoon or Weasel.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of just has like a knack for doing shit like that.
Yeah.
So.
One great detail I saw is like the reason that his ear's up and everything of him, it's based on James Gunn's dog, who like also has that type of ear. We see Superman breaking out of the glass thing.
Yeah, I wonder what that whole
That's another thing why I felt like it was Kryptonite.
thing.
Because like I thought, you know, maybe he got trapped like that.
Yeah, I wonder if like Lex Luthor is trying to capture all the superheroes at some point, like maybe do like testing on them or something. There's also that one scene where he has like the revolver and he like spins the chamber.
Yeah.
So I don't know like what that's about. I gotta imagine maybe like all the heroes are trapped for whatever reason. I just feel like we're gonna have a lot of scenes in this movie where it's like the like overcoming type of like Superman vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Seems like there's a lot of different bad characters in
Yeah.
this.
We see like a fucking giant like monster thing.
Exactly.
Fucking giant
That's like-
kaiju thing that he's gonna fight. Yeah.
I don't know what that is. And where does that come from?
Yeah, it's just like he used to fight big monsters in Metropolis in the like early comics, which I think it's cool. It's like fun that you know,
And it actually
fighting
looked pretty good.
a random giant monster.
Yeah, the quality looked pretty good. So.
It's also something where, like, I feel like there's not many comic book movies like that where it'll just be, this is a day in the life of Superman type thing.
Yeah. It also just, like, really reminds me of Godzilla movies where it's, like, the whole city was, like, miniatures and shit.
Yeah.
Or just, like, even, like, I don't know, like, those kind of, like, serial, like, thriller horror things where it's, like, giant robots attacking the city.
Yeah, just, like, pulp.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So, it's definitely, like, a good throwback to that type of stuff.
Yeah, well, I grew up on that stuff. I used to love it.
We also see Superman crying over a robot.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting shot.
And then we definitely saw Superman and Lois, and also Clark Kent and Lois together. There's obviously, you know, they're in a relationship, so it's not just the anticipation of it. It looks like it happens in this.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna play it like she knows, or she's just in a relationship.
Oh
with both.
wow, that would be actually a pretty wild thing. You know?
I kind of do get the idea though that they have to like hide their relationship at the office from
I'm sure
some
of
of the
that.
shots, because it looks like they're just like making out in like a closet or something in like one of the shots.
Yeah.
And then like they kind of just seem to play like coy.
Yeah.
Like she just like turns around and smiles at him.
Yeah, I like the way that he was running through the crowd going to work in the morning, and that, you know, that's like a nod back to the old original.
I also think like he looks so fucking different as Clark Kent.
There's no doubt he does.
Which is kind of like pretty impressive actually.
They didn't do like the whole like hunch thing. Like it's not that heavy.
He's
I
wearing
didn't
like
really
a giant
notice it that
suit
much.
though. You know what I mean? Like his like work suit. It's like big and frumpy kind of.
That was great though, like how, because it's just like something from the comic where like he's just like a 6'5" guy, you know?
Yeah.
Just like
the
that
the
farm
actor
build.
is 6'4", you know. So
David Cornsweat.
I just also like how like excited he is in that scene where he's going into the Daily Planet for the first time too.
that's what it seems like. It's the first day.
Everyone like looked great in this movie. Mr. Terrific looks good. His costume might be my favorite.
It's just like the most easy to like adapt, I
Yeah.
guess, because it is just the same exact thing.
What'd you think of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner? Got our
He was
first
great.
Look at that.
Yeah, just like he's meant to look funny, and they got that. So
Yeah, he's kind of just like one of the more perfect like James Gunn characters too. I feel like a lot of people are mad at like the Nathan Fillion pick, but I feel, from what I know about the character, he's a guy that's like supposed to be kind of funny, but then has like serious undertone.
I'm interested in seeing how his father's played off in this. I mean, I love the actor. He's a great character actor.
I feel like killing Jonathan Kent is usually something where like it should be like a big thing, because like if they don't do the tornado, there is like a lot of big stuff in this seemingly from the trailer, like even the kaiju just like random inclusion like that, but like I feel like it would be a little bit too clunky, because I think it's under an hour or 2 hours 30. is what we know. And like that's probably just because like they don't have a final edit yet.
I also wanted to highlight Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor in this trailer. It's just like the one scene where Superman flies by and he's like fucking crying, just like angry.
Yeah.
He's an incredible actor, so I think it's a really...
And he looks really good in this.
He does, yeah. He shaved his head for this, and they still put a bald cap on him.
Wow. Yeah.
From what
And
I
he
know.
looks good. He's got that menacing face when he wants to, you know.
Yeah.
And I like the whole thing with the whole big building and everything. I just
The
love it.
LexCorp building.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not holding back like punches as far as making this a comic book world. So
Yeah. I heard like a whole theory where there's like a comic Superman Birthright. The whole premise is that like it's pretty much basic Superman story, except Superman doesn't know that he's from Krypton, and Lex Luthor figures it out first. So like he uses that against him and like makes people hate him pretty much.
Yeah. There's like shots of like a newspaper in the trailer, and it like I guess kind of leaked like what it says on it, but it's kind of just like referencing that he fights the kaiju, but Clark Kent writes a story about like, you know, Superman, this fucking idiot monster, fucks up the city. So I think that's kind of interesting thing that they're going to do is like Clark Kent himself.
Badmouth Superman.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, we did see that one scene where people are throwing
Cans and shit
cans
at him.
and things at Superman. Then he walks into what looked like a bank, I guess, that's being robbed or attacked or something.
No. It was Stag Industries. It's the thing that makes Metamorpho, I'm pretty sure. So
And then somebody's in there with that.
that's Guy
laser.
Gardner.
That's
He's
Guy
one of the
Gardner,
Green
yeah.
Lanterns.
Yeah.
yeah.
And also Hawk Girl,
What is his the suit?
Mr. Terrific.
Is he there?
I don't think he was in there. There's a shot of him later though, doing some kind of force field.
With Lois Lane.
Yeah.
What do you think of like being able to see the Daily Planet with the globe?
I
Like
think
the
it's
first time
fantastic.
ever.
But again, here we are in a world where newspaper is dying. So I'm wondering how they're going to.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
Is
like
it
it's
just
going
a
to be
media company.
that much a newspaper. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like it's not that uncommon, honestly.
Yeah. But it
you
might
know.
be a media company. Yeah, but to have a big building like that as as a newspaper.
I mean,
you know.
still like as news.
Yeah,
it
I
makes sense.
suppose.
I like the inclusion of the Metropolis meteors too. I just like how like there's like these fake sports teams in
Yeah.
DC.
Something funny is that was shot in like Cleveland. It's like the Guardian Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
We see some shots from Boravia, a European country, where the kid is saying
holding-
Superman.
Holding up like a Superman, and he's that sign or
That was
flag or
probably the
something.
weak point of it for me, just
Yeah.
because it's just like another fucking random country. Like, Superman's gonna save him. Yeah, I don't know, just weird.
There was that one scene with the explosion and the other little girl that he's obviously saving. You know, and all kinds of looks like gas tanks.
I like
going
that,
towards
though.
them. Yeah, no, that was done well.
Yeah, there's a very great mix of just like Superman saving individuals and Superman saving like
Cities.
yeah. And then I did like how the kid saying Superman turned into like the crowd of people saying Superman. So
yeah, there's set photos that leaked from Superman, Ultraman, and like a bunch of army people are arresting Superman. And take a guess who's also there to arrest Superman.
is it Guy Gardner?
It is Rick Flag Sr.
Wow.
So we're immediately going to have a connection back to the Commandos,
Yeah.
which I think is cool.
I think so. Yeah, that's
Everything in this is seemingly going to connect at some point, though. Like, we have so many people being introduced in this trailer and this movie. Like, the engineer is going to be in this movie. I don't even know what she's from in DC lore, but she's part of some other group.
For something that was like under 3 minutes, they packed an awful lot of stuff in it. And it moved along pretty good.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously in these things you don't know, it's all out of sequence, but still.
I wonder also, like, how quickly we'll get Batman introduced. Like, the DCU Batman.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be in this movie at all.
Unless it's a post-credit scene, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean they could be doing reshoots or something, you know, but I don't think so. I
Yeah.
do think there's probably going to be like important post credits though, so not
I
just
agree,
like the mid credits in like Guardians 2 or some shit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this trailer, you know, I was relatively excited for this like new Superman movie. It's going to be the first big movie for the new DCU. But after this trailer, I think I'm more excited for this than like anything Marvel's putting out.
I don't know. I feel like Fantastic Four is probably like the biggest competitor for it.
It is, and like, I don't know. I got to see something from that.
Yeah.
you
It
know?
is funny like how those like are coming out at the same, like it is just like
a week
weird how
apart or
like
something.
shit synchronizes like that.
It is also like Blockbuster month.
Some Lex spots too, I think, in the
Yeah.
scene where Mr. Terrific saving Lois.
Yeah, I don't know what plot of this is going to be overall, but if we have like Ultraman and all these heroes, I'm just going to assume it's something to do with like Lex Luthor is just trying to like fucking kill a bunch of heroes.
I feel like Lex Luthor might not be the main villain.
I
think it might be Ultraman. Well, I feel like Lex Luthor is kind of gonna be like a Thanos type.
I'm still like trying to grapple with what Ultraman's like a role even is in this current world. You know,
I'm just thinking he's gonna be something like either created or like set up by Lex to just try to stop Superman. Because I mean, Lex
I guess
Luthor
like what would make
himself-
sense is that like this isn't even like, oh, your first day on the job as Superman. It's like he's been around for like 2 years or some shit.
Mhm.
You know.
Well, yeah, it's not gonna be an origin movie.
Yeah. Well,
per
I know
se.
that, but I feel like an origin is more like him as a kid or teenager type
Mhm.
thing.
Well, I mean, I guess it's still an origin if it was his first day. But I agree. I don't think it's gonna be, first fucking Superman appearance in this city.
But
I also
do you
feel-
think we pick up with him just getting the job? Or you think coming out of college? Do you think something like that? Or
I wouldn't be shocked if like we start and he's like just fighting some like random D tier Superman villain or something. It's like, up, another fucking day saved or something. And I kind of prefer that. I also would kind of prefer if he and Lois like already have a relationship and like he's already friends with like Jimmy Olsen and stuff.
One thing I just want to say is that the cinematography is kind of shit.
Yeah. Why?
think?
Like, in
I just
what
think
sense?
like the coloring I get because it's like 6 months from release,
Mhm.
more at that point.
Mhm.
All of the shots in the thing are just like handheld or meant to look handheld, where it's just like a little bit shaky
Mhm.
and weird.
Mhm.
So
I don't know if all of them look like that, in my opinion. Also, like that
I
video
mean, I
sent
was
you-
counting them. All of them were fucking shaky.
That video I sent you did explain like kind of how they're going to these like wide shots, which I kind of like, where they have a lens that goes between, I think it's like an 18, like a 21, and like something else, all in one lens. So like they're like manually while filming, just like switching the perspective of everything. In theory, like can make for some cool shots. Like the shot where he goes to punch out the glass, like it's zoomed in and then it just goes super wide, which I kind of love.
Like I know what you're talking about, but I don't think that like contributes to just like shakiness.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just saying, like I don't think every shot is gonna be some shit.
I mean, it was like from the shot where he like flies up to showing the Daily Planet.
I get it's something we'll have to see once it comes out, but
Yeah.
I do feel like they might be trying to add like a lot of movement to everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So to give you that, you're in it. Feel.
Yeah, and I think that works to an extent, and
Mhm.
it's can't be overdone.
I'm interested to see what they do in lieu of the phone booth change, because obviously
I mean, I'm
we don't
sure
have
we're gonna
phone
get
booths.
like a
yeah, that one of
chest
those. Yeah,
one.
yeah.
What do you think of the suit?
I like the suit myself, but
I don't really like when the suit gets dirty.
Yeah, guess I agree, but
I mean, I know there's like comics where like invulnerability, like it extends to the suit just
Mhm.
'cause it's almost like a range from his body.
Mhm.
So yeah.
yeah.
But like there are parts where like the cape is like fucked. So
I mean, I'm sure by the end of the movie he'll have a.
there was some promotional like video release, him spinning and like changing. In that, you can really see that like the side panels on his torso really stick out.
Yeah,
I mean, like I didn't notice it in the trailer, but
odd fitting suit. Like it is slightly big on him, and a
Yeah.
lot of people I've seen
I mean,
don't. Love
there's that one part where like here over around his thing, it's like fucking this thick.
Yeah.
So garden hose.
Mhm. I wonder if this is like the only suit he'll have.
Maybe. I mean, I kind of hope so. But
yeah, I do.
toy
agree.
companies,
Mhm.
I do like the shorts.
yeah, the whole like wrestling
Yeah.
relation to that was great.
I know you mentioned the color, but what did you think of the color of the trailer at least?
It was pretty shit. I mean, like there were
Yeah.
points of it where the shot where it's like showing the inside of the Daily Planet, shadows in that were like bright blue, like
Mhm.
especially like around Lois. So
Yeah, really,
it's just like a temporary thing. It has to
I'm
be.
sure it's gonna be completely different in the final cut.
Yeah.
But it was just like weirdly colored trailer for
Yeah.
sure.
It just like it's something where like different production companies entirely do it.
Mhm.
So
But like what's weird is like it seems like it would be a really fucking easy movie to make like nicely colored and just be like,
Yeah.
oh wow, this is the bright colorful Superman movie.
And if everything seemed like it was washed out by sun to me. Like,
Mhm.
well,
sun
yeah,
was
that's
bright
also
on everything.
another thing where
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
James Gunn has
Mhm.
like a cinematographer that just does like very harsh lighting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's also just like not a great mix with whatever fucking blue tint they put over this entire trailer.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that first look picture was great, and
Mhm.
that was like amazingly colored.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that does look
yeah.
good actually. I want the movie to look like that.
Yeah, that might have just been because it's darker and like it's also one
Picture,
fucking
yeah.
So, all right.
Hey, it's definitely part interest, and I'm definitely excited for it now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's done its job,
Like I said, I'm significantly
Yeah.
more excited for it.
and I hope we see more
No.
stuff as we go on.
I'm sure we will. Yeah,
Mhm.
I hope they don't give away like
No,
even
Right.
anything more.
Mm-hmm.
like the amount of knowledge I have going in right now is all I want.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was Cape Critiquer's review of the Superman 2025 teaser trailer. Let us know if you guys are excited for the film in the comments down below, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.